Hello again. Welcome back to Reese's Attic. I hope that you find something interesting and helpful by watching my videos. And I want to say to you, thank you. Thank you so much for dropping by. I know you're a busy person and you've got lots to do. And when you take the time to watch me, that makes me feel special. And I'm trying to do something positive for you too. If you find something that you like really good, give me a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing too. All right, today I got my first set of refills for my Copic markers. You'll notice that there's a lot of lavenders in here, BV numbers, because when I've done my wisteria, not wisteria, but the hydrangeas, I've been it's been soaking up I've got to find something else to do. But anyway, these were the ones that I had to purchase. I got them from dickblick.com. Dickblick.com has been in the craft and art business, I remember from, golly, 30-something years ago, and he was probably even long before then. But these are the ones that I purchased today. And the beautiful thing about your Copics one of the beautiful things about your Copics is that you don't have to buy another marker. You can simply refill your markers, and it's less expensive. I'm going to try to do one here for you today. I've got this BV01. The color is Viola, and this is what the refill looks like. And I think it may 6 or 8 times. I'm not sure, but just going by the amount that I used on some of them, maybe 5 to 8 times might be more like it. I don't know. If you've done this for any period of time and you want to comment and let me know. I did go online and research on how to do this. Now, Copic sells a little thing like a tweezer, and you'll see how my hands are very dirty from doing about 10 other markers. But they advise you to take the caps off of both ends to equalize the pressure. And they sell a little tool that grabs this and pulls it out. And even the site that I went on said put on gloves, but I ain't putting on gloves. That's for somebody that cares about it. Okay, so they also sell a tool where you can use like a syringe to put your ink back in there, but I'm just going to do it this way. And I do like 20 squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. And I'm just going to put that back on there because I'm super clumsy. Now, I've got a little piece of scrap paper here that is actually by Strathmore, and it's supposed to be good for markers. The tip end does not look very saturated to me. Okay, so, and you see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's sketchy looking. Still not enough in there. So I'm going to open it back up. and I'm going to put another 20 in there. This one particular site that I watched, that I read, it said to keep putting it in there until it drips out the other end. And I did do that on a few of them, but you know, that just feels so wasteful to me. Okay. Okay. Now, one of the things that you can do is look at your tip real closely and see when it gets saturated. It will glisten. It will glisten a lot more than what it's glistening there. See, on this one right here, the one that I did previously, you can tell because you can see the little streaks in here from my strokes that I did. And Copics are not supposed to do that. Okay. It might look that way at first, but then you give it a minute or two and it's supposed to blend. That's one of the beautiful things about Copics is their blending. And even this one, you see, it's still a little strokey. So I'm going to do it again. I think I'm just going to put in 10 this time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The end is still not looking too saturated, so I'm going to put in 10 more. So that's 30 squeezes on my part. Okay. Still not looking real saturated. Let's give it another test run. Nope, it doesn't look too good to me. Alrighty. And the reason why I keep putting the lid on is I'm afraid I'm going to knock it over. I'm such a klutz. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did some really hefty squeezes there at the end. And it's still looking unsaturated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What is that, about 40? 50? It's quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4 cc's almost. Now I have used these things up. I really have. I have used them far past their prime. Another thing about Copics is you can replace the nibs. You can buy nibs, you know, once you've used them to the max and their nibs are looking trashy. Then you can even buy new nibs, and they are really easy to replace. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, here it goes. All right, there it goes. It's dripping out now. That was about 50 or 60. See? And the one site that I did visit said that this is the way you should do it. All right, so now to put this back in, you don't come back here and shove it in. you go right down to the very end of it and shove it in, because if you start back here pushing, you could break it, and we don't want to do that. But slowly, firmly push it in, and there you go. It is sticky, so while you've got your caps off, you could do a little bit of housekeeping. One of the sites said to put it in, to put your caps in some water and get all that stuff out. And I suppose that's probably a really good thing to do, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not all. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. Take the opportunity to get it off my hands too. All right, we're almost at 11 minutes, and there's a couple other things I wanted to do. Let's see, put that over there. All the ones that I have filled, I'm leaving them horizontal for a little while. I do not have horizontal storage at this point. I am working on that. I did buy another Spica, I guess it's like a glitter pen, and I love their glitter pens. This is by the same company that does Copic. And you see, I made a little spider. You know, I do not draw. I color, but I don't draw. So I know that's not really a cool looking spider, but he sparkles. That is so cool. And I thought it would go really good on, let me get it down here, the next time I do one of these little butterflies. Wouldn't it be cool? I might could even do it on him. Come back in with this glitter pen and do some of those little dots on him. That's what I'm going to do to this. I'm going to leave it out, and maybe even do his little legs in the glitter pen and his little antenna. That would be so cool. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love their glitter pens. I've got 4. This will make number 5. I have enjoyed those thoroughly. Let's see, what else was I wanting? Oh yeah, I bought from dickblick.com a colorless blender. Now everybody says it's a misnomer. It's not a blender. It is more or less an eraser. And what it takes away the alcohol. Like if you've made a mistake on something, okay, if you've made a mistake and you're a little bit out of the line, you can take your colorless blender and push. You can push the alcohol and the pigment away from wherever you've made the mistake. Look at that. So it's not really a blender. It's more like an eraser. How cool is that? Wonder if it works on this. I better not mess that up. Okay. So if you've made a glaring mistake that you just simply cannot live with, this may be your tool. And you can buy refills for it as well. I did have one other thing I wanted to show you, if I can find it. Okay. On the previous video, I was going to put this, I was going to complete this, and I messed up on it. So I just decided I'm getting rid of all of my glitter and tinsel embossing powders and giving them away to someone else, and I'm going to just stick to the white and the gold and that type of thing. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with me. Leave me some comments. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I appreciate you guys so much. The YouTube community is great. Bye. Have a great one.